Hey everybody, I think we're on part 8. I really didn't want this to run really long, but I guess that's what happens when you're working on a journal. I guess when I'm not filming, I don't realize just how many hours are put into these things. So, but when I'm filming, I try to keep them at, less than an hour. And when I have to break them down, that adds up, I guess. Aside from the fact that I'm working on 2 journals, so I've been doing ephemera for the 2 journals and all this and that. So, because I'll be honest, I don't even know. I don't even know. I can't even say, yes, we're halfway done, or yes, we're almost done, or I just don't know. Because, when you're working on these things, they just kind of, to me, they just kind of take a life of their own. And like in process of them, I'm over here cleaning my glue paddle, by the way, if that's what you're wondering where my hands are. In process of them, again, they kind of take do their own little thing. And I sometimes think, oh, I could do that, or oh, I should do that. And so, not that it changes my plan, it just kind of enhances my plan. So, we left off on, this is signature 2 of Journal A, of Journal 1. We got the first signature done, per se. Everything's tucked in and has a place and all that. So we're, excuse me, I got the tickles this morning. So we are starting on journal, the second signature. And I think everybody's where they want to be. Yep, where they need to be. Now we just got to remember what we were doing with them. I think we decided to glue this little seed packet down. I was back and forth about it because it is shaky. Has a little bit of sound and all that good stuff to it. But I think, just for... Excuse me again. Okay. We'll keep him down. Let him glue for a minute. Set him aside. He's going to go on the front little pocket here, because we are going to tuck this in here. I'm not going to do the edges of the playing card here, mainly because they have, that shiny wax coating that ink doesn't necessarily like to stay on. So this will tuck in here, and this will tuck in here. Excuse me again. Now I got the hiccups. I think we decided we were going to glue him down. Should have made sticky notes of everything. It has been a day since I've been into this. And I mean, it's fine if I do like kind of back-to-back videos, but I've slept since then. So we're going to glue him down here, and he's just going to flip up. Since he's a harder cardstock to scrapbook paper, I'm going to glue him down with weld bond. And I have this is a pretty full bottle. I just don't have the nozzle open completely, so that's why it's not coming out very full. I don't need a big globby stuff. I don't need the big globbies. I kind of go to the edge. Kind of center it, but not really. Oh, press and hold it down real good. Excuse me. I don't know how I'm ever going to get rid of that tickle in my throat. It's fine as long as I'm not talking, but if I'm on here talking, then it starts getting tickly. Yep. Okay, get us back together because we're sliding apart. And you're good to go here. And I think we decided we wanted you here. Even though this has an image on the front and it's backed with a black or dark gray magazine paper, the edges are still white where I've cut it. And so I'm just going to run that there to kind of tone down any white. Give this little pocket a hit. It's not going to show up much, but the gold, the sparkly gold's going to show up. And this paper is kind of wrinkly. That's why we decided, okay, let's do this first. We decided that we needed, by the way, when I say we, it's just me. I have a tendency to say we when I'm talking about doing things. It's just me, though. And I have a tendency to say we, as in me and the mouse in my pocket. And speaking of that, my dear friend Mary Ellen picked up on the fact that I always say that. You know what? Look at this. It's starting to tear. I'm not a fan. Let me find some washi for that. Do we want washi or do we want masking tape? I'll do just regular masking tape. Anyways, my dear friend Mary Ellen picked up on it, and she made me, in one of our little swaps, a little mouse in a pocket. So this is kind of like my little mascot. Isn't that so cute? He sits right above on my, right above at my lamp. So when I say we, I'm referring to me and the mouse in my pocket. I'm just adding a little line of masking tape. The backside you're not going to be able to see very much. And if I had, you know what, I took my scissors over to the couch because I was working on some paper people last night. So I'm cutting up some magazines. I have to use these guys. There we go. That works. I'm going to use weld bond on it because I'm gluing to some shiny wrapping paper, and this is cardstock card. I'm going to get all the edges. I'm not going to glue it down flat, I don't think. Probably should, to avoid some wrinkles. We're going to go with it. See what happens. I've already got wrinkles going on in the wrapping paper, so one more won't hurt, right? Actually kind of helps to smooth out that wrinkle in that wrapping paper to give it a little bit of oomph behind it. Yeah, good deal, Shell. Okay, and so this, oh, don't like it when we start sliding everywhere. This guy's gonna go right here. I'm doing weld bond again. Again, I'm cardboard to silky. I don't know why I feel like I need to explain to you guys why I'm using what glue I'm using. I don't know, I guess because like I said recently, I was watching one of Mary Ellen's videos. She's over at Red Parrot, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but and I was just watching how she used different glues for different things, and it kind of got my brain spinning on it. So now I guess I feel like I have to tell you why I'm using this glue and not glue stick glue. I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling, I suppose. This little tag keeps flipping up when I try to tuck him in there, so just got a little bit of weld bond on my finger and tucked him in. Good deal. Let's see what else we got in here. Anything good we can use? Let's use that. What do you think about that? Digging through our little goodies. There's a little snippet from the kit. Still digging. Well, kind of just like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think we decided we wanted this up here and let that tuck in there. This is a piece of a greeting card. Just kind of lightly tuck that in there. This guy is, I'm going to clip him on. Let me see if I have, sorry to bump you. I have a little box of clips. How about a yellow paper clip? Or an orange one. There we go. I think what I want to do though is add a little foof to it. See if I've got a little foof to add to it. Let's just see here. What do we have in our box of goodies off camera? We have some blue lace. So it goes clips like that, so we need to pull it through on this. Just do a traditional loop knot. I don't know what these are actually called in Boy Scout terms or whatever, but loop through the end and tie it in a knot. I'm going to move it up to the top. And I'm going to keep this in our little stash to know that we can use. Do we want to trim this down a little bit? Let's see here. It's awful foofy. Awfully foofy. Okay. That works. Okay, you tuck in there. You are clipped there. You are flapping around here. Not doing anything to this, mainly because it's not wrinkled or anything like that, so it's got a little bit of integrity going on. So you are going down here, I think is what we decided. This is it's a journal card or a bookmark. Either way, it's made out of some painty paper that I had in my stash. So it's on thicker, like watercolor paper. Moving right along, moving right along. My plan is to get through this signature and the third signature with you guys on camera. And I think for this part of, you know, putting the ephemera pieces into the book, for the second journal, I'm going to just kind of do it on my own. Again, it's kind of the same process. I'll divide all my ephemera into 3 piles, and each pile will go into a signature, and we'll just kind of work through it, you know, as we'll just work through it, get all the stuff in the, I keep wanting to use these bunnies. We'll just work through it. And then once I get all the ephemera pieces in both journals, I will jump back on here and show you what our next step is. I think that's how I'm going to do it. I think. And you know what? I just noticed we haven't used any music sheet in a while. So we'll do that. So yeah, that's my game plan right now. I'm going to finish, and so that being said, this one might be a long video. I don't know how many, we're 20 minutes into it already. And so I'm going to finish this signature and tackle the third signature, and hopefully get through both of those, and then next time you see me, I'll have both journals full of their ephemera, and then we'll go from there as to making the cover, decorating the cover and the spine, and putting the book actually together. I think that's what the best route, because Lord, this will be forever long if I do the next journal like this. Just because there's a lot of ephemera, and not that they're big journals, but there's just a lot of ephemera placing. Oh, I didn't go around the edges with our ink, but that's okay. I do want to do this guy. Trying to hold down our little sheet pocket so he'll stick. I need like 3 hands, 4 hands. Oh, I did him. I didn't put him in the pocket. Okay, that's fun. Where did we do this? This is what we were doing. I got sidetracked by the music notes. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Sheep, are you glued down? Get you a big tag in here and a little cow poking out. Or bull or whatever he is. And then this is our last page. And I think we want a flap, so we want to see the chickens. Let's cut him off. Woo. Just eyeball measuring. And I'm cutting off the brand name of this paper, of this card. Just to clean it up a little bit. And I don't know which one's going to be, I don't know which side's going to be visible, so we'll just ink both inside edges. And I don't think in the decorating I've done any of these in this signature, so I might have to go back through that one. Okay, back to this. We got a lot going on with this one, I think. I think I wanted to do this as a flap, but I wanted to have the rooster on it. Maybe. And then that will tuck in here. Maybe is what I was thinking. And then when it flips over here as a pocket, this big giant guy what did I, surely I didn't poke 3 things in there. Okay, let's see here. Maybe I had it like this. You could do that and clip that there. And then we could do this rooster guy here. And a bird behind him. What were we doing, Shell? What were we thinking? I know this is part of what we were thinking. So this guy would be down. Let me see if I got another little clip. I don't really have another little bitty clip. Sorry to bump you. I mean, I have just a regular paper clip. I can clip him there. Why am I just like, I'm like, I have no idea what we're doing here. No idea what we plan to do here. Although I kind of do like this idea here. And it would pull off. So I kind of do like that. So let's see if we've got something I can do on this paper clip. Just a little scrappy strip of fabric. I don't want to make it too thick because it'll be your traditional little loop. And tie it together to keep it together. Trim it just a little bit. Okay, and so this needs to be glued down first and foremost. Okay. Tuck in there. Okay, gluing him down. And then this guy, tucking him in. I don't know that he's what needs to belong is my problem. And if I glue him in like a pocket, he can tuck in there. We have like all the birds in this little doomahickey. See if there's a card I can trade him out with. Lamb? Or we can just do maybe this is it. Yeah. Okay. So let's get this rooster glued down. Okay. Gotta figure out where we want the glue. Down across the bottom. And kind of up up the middle of him. And I want to make sure, I'll set you aside. Let me pull in, this is our template, but I'm going to use it to kind of I guess I could have put one of these behind him. I guess I still can. Fold it over the side like that. That kind of cut it close on that little thread. I'm holding my rooster down with my other hand, so that's why I'm kind of doing this awkwardly. Okay. This guy goes back here. This guy goes right here. Yep. Just like that. So, and then this guy needs to go here. Gotta hold him down for a minute because he's pretty thick. And before we're done with this signature, I'm going to flip through and see if there's anywhere that this can be added, just to kind of, for cohesiveness, to keep it all, you know, I used a couple of these actually in the first signature with the little, you know, the bits from the kit, which, by the way, if you're just tuning in to this part in the middle of all this stuff, no problem. Go back and watch what I've been doing to catch up to this point, and stay tuned for what I'm going to continue to do with these two journals. But I'm using the kit. It's called French Farm from BontikVintageDesigns. All his information linked below, along with a discount code for his shop for tuning in. Check him out. He's got a lot of cool stuff over there. So we need something to go in here. That'll still be a last minute kind of thing. Let's just kind of flip through and see. Could easily just add it to here. Let's add it to this big page. And there's only one big page in this signature. I didn't do that on purpose. Just how the cookie crumbled, I guess. But we'll do one on this upper. Again, just to give it a little bit of character. And we'll flip to this side and do one down below. I have a good handful of these guys. They're tea-dyed or coffee-dyed little paper doilies. I tea and coffee dyed them myself. And I use tea and coffee interchangeably because I did them a while ago and I don't remember what I used on them. When I first started playing with paper dye, I was using tea, and then I discovered instant coffee. I was like, oh, goodness, this dye is much better than the tea. So it just basically boils down to what, you know, how dark you want your brown. At least that's what I've observed. Okay, that just kind of gives us a little bit of, oh man, I should have done that up top. Oh, you know what I'll do? Let's see if we can flip it around. Oh, no, that's still, we would have to flip it this way. See how backwards I am? Yeah, that's better. I just didn't want all my focal point stuff here. You know, if this was down here, and that gives it a little bit of, yay. Okay. So we have signature 2 done. So we'll just keep moving on to signature 3. We're still kind of just doing the same thing, going through and putting our ephemera where we think it needs to be. Okay. So, let us see here. I don't think I have any big pockets for yeah, this is made out of a piece of an envelope, but it's not really an envelope. So but I have this little stationery piece that needs to go somewhere. And I don't have a pocket to tuck him in. And that's okay. Wonder if I'm thinking about doing him a flip up, and I might can fold him over the top of the page. Maybe. Let's see here. It's a little big for that, just by a hair. The other side is again just by a hair. So maybe here's what we'll do. I'm gonna trim him down a little bit. Eyeball measuring. Okay, now I want to, thinking if we fold him like this, is that even? No. And then we tuck him over like this. I got a wrinkle here, which I had a big conversation about these wrinkles when I fold paper, you know. See my dilemma? That's why I was trying to cut it. Okay, I'm gonna break this apart for a minute so I can work with this. Boy. I feel like I probably should be gluing something under this, like another flap of paper or something. But we're just going with it. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. Scoot, scoot, scoot. So I folded up the top of this stationery page over the top of this page. Yep. Okay. Put you back together for a minute. I'll bring you back together. Okay. That took care of that big piece of ephemera. Let's see here. What else do we have? We have this little pocket. We have this side tuck. And we have this little envelope dewey. And these little envelope deweys. And so I'm gonna pass on this because I don't have a big envelope to tuck him in. So I'm gonna set him aside in our possibly use somewhere else kind of pile. Trim down the name off of this. And this while I'm at it. Don't ask why I trim this off. It's not that it's a huge deal. I just, you know, I just do. Just one of those things that you do. Okay. So this little envelope, we have 2 envelopes and we have 2 cards, so that's a good thing. Now this big guy, he's pretty big. He's supposed to go like this. I don't know that he will go like this. The only thing is that we can clip him. Bumping you again, sorry. With a big paper clip. Oh, come on. Let's get him rounded. He can go like clip in somewhere with this. So the question is where? Okay, let's figure this out. Kind of feeling like I want this here, but they don't go there. I mean, I guess it can go this side. We need to put a floofy. Get our blue thread. I said thread. This is lace, obviously. And something else to go with it, just to foof it up. Come on. This may be too floofy. A little scrap of sari silk. Or as I like to call it, because I really don't know, sari-ish silk. Come on. I can just probably leave it like this, but I like to add that extra knot just to keep it, just to tie it in place. It adds a little bulk to it, but okay, what have we got going on here, Shell? It's pretty foofy. If I move it down here, yeah, we can clip it down here. I'm okay if this little tab stands out. I think we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't know. I don't know that I like that, so I'm going to set him aside because he's so big. I'm going to set that up there for something else. And moving on. Well, that was no good. Let's do this. And we'll do a little collage. And yeah, I'm sure you guys are thinking, you're doing this signature different. Because before I went through the stack of ephemera and put it in a spot. Now I'm just kind of putting it in a spot as I go. Let's go up a little bit with that. Just kind of how my mind works sometimes. No rhyme or reason. Again, this video is going to go a little long, and I apologize, but, you know, it's just kind of where we are. Where we are with it. I actually think I want to do this card in here. Why, you ask? Well, I don't know. It's not permanent, so if I decide to change my mind, I can. Okay. Now, carrying on. We could need to do a little collage here. And a little bit of music note to tie it all in. Get a little warm in here, Shell. And a little space heater I had to turn off. Okay, back to the business. Yeah. Move this down. It's a thin, this music sheet stuff is thin collage paper. And so it goes down pretty good with a glue stick. So I'm hoping all this collage can be done with a glue stick. Which I think it can, because it's all kind of thin paper to thin paper. Yeah. And we can do that little pocket there, if we can find something to go in. Have that, but that would be too tall. It's too big. There we go. Okie dokie. Since the pocket's kind of thick, I'm going to use weld bond. Somebody suggested that since I don't like covering up the image on the back of these pockets, that I just clip them in. That's a great idea. Definitely a great idea. Another little bit or bob from the kit. Oh, we can do a little butterfly. A little mothy butterfly. Yeah, could do him. He's not from the kit. This is from Cindy at Studio Lou. She's a Patreon where she shares all sorts of goodies, especially around the first of the month. And this is one of her goodies. I'm doing weld bond on this one, on this little butterfly moth. Mainly because I'm going to go over the edge here. I'm going to make sure I get a good stick and stay there. This is the thickest little journal card. There we go. Yeah, good deal. Kind of thick, but that's okay. We're working with it. Okay. Lord, now that we got the back part of this done, let's move to the front and kind of start all over. What did I decide? Did we decide to? Maybe we'll do him over here. Yeah, we'll do him over here. Even though it's dark, I'm going to add this just to kind of give it a little bit of gold shimmer. And I probably could have easily touched all my ephemera with my ink. While I was making it. But at the time, I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to use any ink or if I was going to use black or if I was going to, what exactly I was going to use. So I think this big guy's going in here. Yep. Perfect. I'm not so sure I'll use this guy. He was made for at another time. He's awfully big. I like big journal cards, but whew, they're hard to work with sometimes. Hard to work with. Okay, got this little guy. He is a Rolodex card that we collaged on for some Mass Make March or something like that, maybe. Maybe we'll put him here. Making a little corner tuck pockets out of him. Sorry, I'm out of frame. I keep getting off on this side or off on this side. Sorry about that. One of these days I'll have a fabulous setup where you guys can see like everything. But right now I just have a little stand with a lamp and it only goes up so high, so okay. You're tucking in there, and I actually feel like you can tuck in there too. I gotta give you some corner round. Hit you with some ink. These are little blank note card greeting cards as well that I, oh goodness, I need to empty you out. I cut the backs off of them. I think they had been written in. Not 100% sure, but yeah, we're working from the back to the front with this one. I feel like something needs to be going on here. I don't know what though. We can do that. A little decision-making brain there. Put the fleurs in there. And this is this is a postcard thing I got from somewhere, like a Temu or something like that. And it's printed on like almost like photo paper. It's real slicky, so I'm not gonna, I mean, I guess I can hit some ink on it, but I don't know how well it's gonna stay. We'll see. I wonder if we can cut this down a little bit. Kind of takes away from the character of this paper, because it's got some rough edges. See where the, almost like burnt, but it's water stained, coffee stained. And that, can we tuck him in here? Tight squeeze, tight squeeze, tight squeeze. Let's see if we've got another big. Well, do that. We're doing a little repair work here. And I think we do want to make a pocket out of this. It's just going to be a tight squeeze. All the way to the edge on that one. Set that there for a minute. We'll keep moving on. Let's do this. Let's see. What do you think about that? And I wonder, I bet we could find a little something to go up here. That's awfully big, but I can find something to go there. I think that's what we'll do. Although I don't want to cover that up. We'll find one that don't have the little music stamps on it. Or I wonder. Oh, that don't really match. That. And this guy can go in here. Yep, I'm kind of liking that. Yep, as I said, this one was going to run long. But we're almost through the third signature, so thanks for, if you're still with me, thanks for hanging out. I like it when you hang out with me. Speaking of that, I oftentimes, when I'm just kind of working here by myself without you guys on camera, I have my big TV up front. The way my space is, I've got a big long living room, and my art space is in the back, and my living room's up front, so I can see my living room, my TV and all that. And so I typically have my TV, my YouTube going on my TV, and I'm just watching a random mix of junk journaling friends, and it just feels kind of nice. It feels like I'm just kind of sitting in the room, chit-chatting and creating with you. And it reminds me of years ago, my sister and I did a lot of scrapbooking. My sister's no longer with us, but she and I would get together, and we would spend hours scrapbooking. She has 2 kids, I have 1, and we would just spend hours scrapbooking their life. Sitting across at the house I lived in before, had a big den, and it was my art space. I had huge, like 6-foot tables. I had like 2 or 3 of them down there. And she had her own space, and I had my own space, and we just made it happen. It was nice. I miss it. I miss it. I miss her. She was not a creative per se, but she was, like I said, scrapbooking her kids' life, basically. And we would sit across the table from each other, and I would be like, "Oh, what do you think about this?" And she'd always say, "It's your book, do what you want." It's your book, do it however you want to do it. It's your page, do it however you want to do it. And so that was our banter back and forth. I don't know that we ever answered each other, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? Or should I do this? It was always, it's your book, it's your page. Do it however you want to do it. That was just how we did it. So I miss, all that to say, I miss having someone to create with. Again, my sister wasn't really a creative, as far as, would sit down and just create something. Her scrapbooking was very basic, which is fine. Again, I got the creative gene in the family. But she still wanted, as a task, to get her kids' life scrapbooked. So she did. Not too much to be sticking in there. Maybe if we took it open like that and left it open like that. I love that image from a magazine. I love it, I love it, I love it. Image from a magazine. do something here, we can do that. I don't know what we'll put any, but we can do that. So again, I oftentimes, and 9 times out of 10, the videos I've already seen, but I just like having somebody sit and create with me. So if you're one of those creators that just kind of sit and create and yammer about life and kids and cats and all that good stuff, just know that there are people, me, who like to have that in the background going on. It's kind of nice. I kind of like that right there. I've been back and forth about using these little button things because they add bulk, but they're nice. They're a nice little bulk addition. Okay. Actually, I think what we could do, I'll tuck you in, if you're dry enough. This little guy, trade him out with this little guy, or this little guy, we'll trade him out. Yep. And we'll put him in here. Look at this journal, just going all over everywhere, willy-nilly. Ooh, that's a big white page. That is a big white page. I need a little tuck spot for this guy. And this guy. I actually think I want to glue him down all the way. This is the Rolodex that I did like halfway. We're going to glue him down full the way, so he's an actual pocket. So these two, this is a little bookmark thing that we made from a piece from the kit. And this striped page is just a piece of scrapbook paper. Again, I like to add those throughout my journals when I can, when I have a good piece. This is a good solid piece. It's not real flimsy. That way, whoever ends up with the journal can use it as a journal card, or they can glue it here or glue it there or do whatever they want to with it. Yeah. Okay. We ended up not using this guy. I guess I could just stick it down there. Could do that. Mainly because I guess you could, but this is wrapping paper, so it's kind of slicky. And it's dark, obviously. And so you can't, again, I guess you could. But as far as journaling on it. So if we glue down a card, that gives us some journaling space on this page. And a little flappy do to play around with. These are little pages cut out of a Trader Joe's grocery sack. There's some vegetables and all that, so why not? Interesting way that looks there, but that's okay. Okay, so signature 3 is done. I did not end up using this envelope, so we'll tuck it aside for later. And so we have 1, 2, 3 signatures with all their goodies intact. And we ended up a little thicker than we started out with. So that's kind of my reasoning for not putting the spine together just yet. I wanted to make sure we got everybody in. So here's what I'm going to do now. Set this aside. This is journal A or journal 1. And I'm going to jump to this. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I have all this ephemera that I need to sort into 3, divide and conquer, sort into 3, and then I'll work them into my signatures here as a reference. This is how we start. And this is how we yeah, quite a bit of a difference. I like it though. I'm loving it. I'm feeling really good about this. So I'm going to close this big long video. Apologies for being so long, but thanks for hanging with me. I'm going to start on journal B or journal 2 and kind of do the same thing. And next time you guys see me, I'll have 2 completed stacks of ephemera filled signatures. And then we'll go forward with making the spine and the cover and all that other good stuff. So thanks for joining me, and we will see you guys soon. Bye for now.